Hey guys, so this might be my first synopsis of what, how artists are writing about me, homie. Um, I sat on my back porch one day with general collective consciousness and thought up Don Colt Collective because of how many cult-like storylines there were that really just loop back around to parents. And that was the original. I could see that there was like another step they were going to try. So I just told myself, not necessarily what's the point, but I was like, what can be, taken a step ahead without harming these individuals that are currently in cult activities, and also while like kind of saving my own skin. And the hardest part, mentally, in one of these storylines is reaching the cult discussion, which right now that's going on underground. It's written about it by Damon here. Well, first of all, let me just chronologically, as it's written. I stay up awake at night a lot. And I'm pretty meticulous and careful about how I handle a lot of this stuff. This is a reference where the truth was auto-tuned. That's a reference to Daft Punk. Forever Cult is a group of police and CIA, I won't go too in depth as to what groups, but just federal groups. Right, and it's a timing situation. Forever Cult is because they get stuck underground with the original, writer of a lot of this weirder mentality stuff, which is how they say they like it, which is cool. Like you can, I was raised in this weird gang stalking cult, completely estranged from it. And you can see that I was raised by the Collective from the Grave, which is the Skull and Bones, Skull and Bones cult. And Damon refers to me as it, as well as it's probably just easier to say it, because it's the whole general, mentality and decision-making stuff. Anyway, but right now they're kind of teaching themselves to be occultists. Right, and I keep saying right now because it just clicked for me while I was listening to this song. And I would like to just specify that I think of Dawn Collective as just a general thinking group that keeps positive and light storylines at the forefront, as opposed to doing what the Illuminati would do, which is do very bad stuff to feel bad for a period of time. And that's a lot of occult activity, yeah. This is talking about, and its sadness I consumed, about how there are nearly everyone in the world watches this storyline, and you basically have to struggle along with homie, aka me, being like a bastion of normalcy and entertainment in the general collective thinking process. Just because I like hanging out with people, I like talking, I like flirting with people, I like keeping things light, and I don't like to do, I don't, just I like to keep my karma positive. But this is talking about how a lot of people have to watch these storylines and they get so frustrated and it gets really mismatched as to who they're directing the anger towards, and that's where society will fall back onto a cult mentality. And that's normally where they called the mentality storyline for a period of time. On my Silver Lake, yeah, he he actually is not in the everything that takes place at the lake house, which is a really casual thing. But I've been through everything's at my friend's lake house while I was house sitting, my own house while I was growing up, Heritage House in Colorado, sort of College Street, and definitely while in my car and on the streets. I've experienced everything. So people saying that there's only one form of everything is they're unity liars, and I would say, because it gets mismatched timing wise for everyone. They're stuck in certain mindsets, basically. I had another. Yeah, I'm losing my train of thought quite a bit today, but all right. In this part here, it's talking about his underground experience, past. Because you have to. Okay, in the end, it will be great. That's a line referencing Donald Glover's father before he died. Those were like some of the last words to Donald Glover, so it's another reference. And that's how he was writing these songs, which I really enjoy. He wasn't like being vampiric about it. He was he realized that he was like kind of like the structure of the song has to have, influence these days past me. So it's good to get a few lines in there that not only rep these cults, because it's good to have representation, okay? As much as I don't think that they should, like, be at the forefront of thinking, which is where their potential personal issues, emotions issues, can stem from. God. I'm talking about this in my basement right now. They're all surrounding my house out back. On occasion, it's not too bad yet, and they're underground again, and they just keep shouting out to me on occasion, which is fine, but it's crazy right now. Just know that timing-wise, we just got to Cracker Island, and that's it's a multi-timing storyline, because this is early. First verse was 2018, and then 2018 to probably 2018 to 2020, they were on their own without me thinking with them. So they have their own formats of thinking with me, or a shoddy version of me. So there's a lot to unpack with them. But Forever Cult basically is a mishmash of a bunch of different crew members from a bunch of different oligarchical and meaning like Elon Musk sends people down there soon, I think, unless he doesn't this time around, which would be great, because like we're trying to cruise by ourselves a little bit I don't know why I'm talking. I can see why you're angry because I'm talking like I'm an underling when there should be a level of respect. He's basically that. I'm done with this story. Okay. What? I don't know. Someone just came home, and that was apparently how the control sector decided to say. But anyway, so I guess I'm gonna. Alright, cool. So this portion, I'm expecting either something to do with Zeus or something to do with the upward. What is that? It was at the Silver Lake. The storyline was that there was a girl named Baker that was underwater, and she ended up getting sucked into the sky, which sounds too mystical right now. It's to be correct. Like the correct feeling was very straightforward, just like staring at everything, and there was like a shining bolt of light in the description or in the storyline or in what I saw. So anyway, this is just about the easiest way to describe death, really. And with Forever Cult going on right now, which I don't think they even realized that until I was mentioning it, but there's a police officer that screams "for," and then they decided to mesh together with some chick, I don't know, and they said the sexual experiment was powerful or some bullshit. That's just a quick sum up, I guess, and I can tell that, but the point is they taught themselves to do this stuff, really, and this is probably how many times he's been under, or just maybe some. Yeah, just wanted to make some notes about this really quick because I just noticed, and today's December 8th. It's 9:40 in the morning.